Boys and gals, this is your boy GR, aka Lomos Bushcraft, and I'm about to enjoy. Look at this! Doesn't this look good? It's a, it's a, it's a venti. No, I'm sorry. This is a grande. It's a grande chocolate mint frappuccino. Oh my god, it's really good. And then the hat you see me wear, that is a mom and pop coffee place called Strange Brew. So occasionally I go to Strange Brew, which is here on the south side. And then occasionally I hit the big boys, which is Starbucks. Oh man, that's really, really good. Anyways, I hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. Once again, this is your boy JR, aka Lone Wolf's Bushcraft Travels. And I'm just chilling here. I woke up this morning. Wow. I woke up this morning and I normally I drink a cold brew coffee in the morning. Hey, what's happening? How's it going? How's it going, Michelle? So I was looking at someone's comment down below. There's another comment down below. Hey, what's up? Good morning, JR. Hey. This is cool. So, good morning. Good morning, all, to the folks that are in the chat down below. I'm joining me Frappuccino, chocolate mint Frappuccino, grande size. And then I occasionally go to Strange Brew Coffee Place, which is a mom and pop coffee place. And normally I pick myself up cold brew coffee in the morning. So that's what I normally do. Hey, I'm just passing by. Hey, that's cool, Michelle. Joe and Jenny's journey. So Michelle says she's just passing through. That's super cool. And yeah, I wanted to come on here and do a morning live this morning. Right now, I'm chilling out here. I'll show you guys where I'm chilling out at. So I wanted to pick me up something. Of course, this is something coffee like since it's a frappuccino. But I woke up this morning, wanted to get something coffee like, but also wanted to get something different than I normally get. Normally during a work day, I get a cold brew coffee. So yeah, my daughter hooked me on to cold brew coffees, which is really cool. But I wanted to drink something different this morning, so I picked me up a frappuccino. Anyways, I'm chilling at Greenwood Mall. I felt like doing a morning live before I went on my walk. So I always get up before everybody in my family. It's so funny. We all went to bed really late last night. We watched the movie. We went to the movies last night and watched the new Indiana Jones movie. Super, super cool movie. Thumbs up to that movie. Harrison Ford rocks it. I don't want to give too much away in case you guys go watch Indiana Jones. But it's a really good film. Remind me of those films, those blockbuster movies you go to get entertained and have a good time. So if you're on the fence about going seeing the Indiana Jones movie, don't be. It's a really good movie. You'll like it. Harrison Ford does a really good job. A really awesome supporting cast that acts with Harrison Ford in the new Indiana Jones movie. So yeah, got a large popcorn, got a large soda. Thanks. You enjoy your weekend too, Michelle. Thanks for passing by. So yeah, had a really good time at the movies with my family. And like I said, you guys will enjoy the Indiana Jones movie. Very awesome movie. Indiana Jones is really cool. like I said, it reminded me of those summer blockbusters I used to go to when I was a kid. So, and this video is not sponsored by the people who made the Indiana Jones movie. Michelle says you're welcome. Michelle's really cool. She's one of the people that comments on my videos. She comments on my YouTube videos, and it's really cool. She comments on my TikTok. Super cool friend down below in the chat there. But yeah, I wanted to come and do a morning live. And after I finish with my morning live, I'll eventually go on my walk. Not sure when the next time I'll be able to go back to Peru. I don't know. Some of you may not know that I went to Lima, Peru, South America. Yeah, blockbuster movies are cool. She goes, Yahoo. Yeah, I agree with you, Michelle. Blockbuster movies are really cool. And Indiana Jones movie, the new Indiana Jones movie fits that bill. But some of you may have not known, like maybe a few weeks back ago, I went to Lima, Peru. And not only did I get to go to Lima, Peru, I also got to catch a plane in Lima, Peru and fly to Arequipa, Peru. Had a really good time in Arequipa, Peru. Of course, normally when I'm in Lima, Peru, I'm staying with my wife's family because they're from Lima, Peru. So I don't have to watch. I normally do not have to worry about lodging while in Lima, Peru. So that's pretty cool. Sorry. Don't have to worry about lodging when I go to Sambertola Beach because my wife's family has 2 properties in Sambertola Beach. Oh, thanks for sharing out the live, Michelle. I appreciate that. So, yeah. So in the case of Lima, Peru, don't have to worry about lodging because I'm staying with my wife's family. And then in the case of whenever we travel to Sambertola Beach, they have 2 different properties there in Sambertola Beach, which is awesome. So I ended up finishing up my vacation in Sambertola Beach. There was a couple days the sun came out, which is awesome. The other thing that was awesome about ending my vacation in Sambertola Beach was they had unusual temperatures for their fall, because right now it's fall time in Lima, Peru. Anyways, they had such unusual temperatures, I got to swim in the ocean. So that was pretty cool. So the few days I was there, I swam in the ocean a few times. And I got some, of course, I got some content while I was there in Lima, Peru. You can see some of that content on my playlist. Just go to my Lima Peru playlist. Oh, thanks for the hearts, Michelle. Anyways, you can go to my Lima Peru playlist, and you can see the good time ahead in Sambertola Beach. You can also see the good time ahead in Arequipa. While I was in Arequipa, I went whitewater rafting one day. Another day, took a tour where we went to this canyon and watched the condors fly around the canyon. I believe I did some threw up some short videos where you guys can see what I was watching, the condors flying in the canyon, which was pretty cool. Yeah, the vacation was very cool, Michelle. It was awesome. But yeah, I had a really good time. I'm gonna try and make more of these lives. But yeah, that's my goal. I think I'm gonna try and make some more. I'm gonna try to make more morning live streams here on the channel. So I'm gonna try. I work during the day. I don't do this full time. Of course, if I did this full time, I'd be making videos around the clock. So I do enjoy. I do enjoy making videos for you guys. My favorite kind of videos are the travel vlogs. I love making travel vlog videos for you guys. And I love sharing my content that shows what I did in Lima, Peru, and also what I did in Arequipa. So I'm not sure when the next time I'll be able to get back to Lima, Peru. I mean, I'm seriously considering one of these days actually retiring in Lima, Peru. Now, if I retire in Lima, Peru, it doesn't mean I'll spend my whole time in Peru. I may spend half of my retirement year in Indiana and then the other half in Lima, Peru. And who knows, maybe one day I'll get tired of bouncing back and forth and I may finally decide to stay in one place. Hopefully, that place would be Lima, Peru. Um, or who knows, I may enjoy half of the year so much in Lima, Peru that I may want to spend more and more time in Lima, Peru. So I think the long term goal for me and my family, we would love to retire in Peru. And more than likely, if we have, as long as we got plenty of energy, we'll spend half of that retirement year in Indiana and the other half in Peru. But like I said, I'm really big on Peru, and I may get tired of bouncing back and forth and just totally stay in Lima, Peru. So, um, some of you may have not had Peruvian food or Peruvian cuisine. Man, I'm telling you, Peruvian food is really, really good. And I'm not saying that since my wife's Peruvian. I really love the seafood dish, ceviche, fresh seafood. It's totally amazing. So if you ever go to Peru and you love seafood, you got to try ceviche. It's a mixture of seafood that's simmered in lemon and lime sauce, and it's really, really good. Ceviche. Um, my favorite steak dish is lomo sentado, which is steak and rice. And then roast con pollo is chicken and rice. And then I've also had conejo. I've also eaten rabbit, and that's really good. And yeah, one of my wife's aunts made conejo, and it was good. It was like fried pieces of rabbit. It was really, really delicious. Um, but yeah, the roast con pollo is really good, which is the chicken and rice, and the lomo sentado is the steak and rice, and that's really, really good. And then I love seafood. I know there's some people that love seafood and some people that don't, but I really, really love seafood, and so I can't wait to sometimes when I'm in Peru. As soon as I get a chance, I try to eat me some fresh ceviche in Peru, which is a seafood dish. So it's a mixture of shrimp. I think it's a mixture of shrimp, octopus, and fish. Some ceviche is just shrimp and fish ceviche. So it's really, really good. But anyways, I love the way Peruvians do their style of ceviche seafood. So you can never go wrong eating fresh Peruvian ceviche, in my opinion, especially if you really love seafood. You'll really, really enjoy it. But yeah, I had a really good time in Peru. I just don't know when the next time I'll be able to get back to Lima, Peru. So it's so funny when I tell people that my wife's from Peru, they think of Peru, Indiana. It's like, no, no, South America, Lima, Peru, South America. So yeah, I've been married to her for 31 years. She's a really awesome lady. Um, yeah, just a really, really sweet lady. I'm literally a lucky dog to have found her, married her, and been married to her for so long. Uh, I always get excited when she has us starting to plan to go to Peru. Because I'm normally going to get a chance to hit the beach. I'm normally going to eat some really good Peruvian seafood. And the people are amazing. My wife's family's amazing. They're really awesome. Um, so I feel really lucky and fortunate. I love my mother-in-law. She's of course my father-in-law. He's not alive anymore, but and then my mom passed a few years back. But love my mother-in-law. She turned 88 years old. My dad, I believe, is 77 years old. And yeah, man. Um, I'm pretty lucky, you know. But just like everyone else, occasionally we lose loved ones that are really close to us. Um, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I remember there's a part where Anakin is grieving for the loss of his wife, and he thinks he also lost his two kids, and he gets so mad and upset. You know, he eventually turns to the dark side. But I love what Yoda said to him before he turned to the dark side. He said, those that have passed on to the other side, grieve for them not, mourn for them not, for they've been immersed into the force. And religion is kind of talks about that, so that's kind of cool. Okay, have a good one. I was just commenting by the person down below. So I love that it has that, and um, I don't know. I'm a big science guy too, but I'm also have a spiritual side. And I want to say there's a place in the Baha'i writings that talk about, oh no, I hope you feel better. Anyways, there's a place in the Baha'i writings that say, um, when our loved ones do go to the other side, take care, Michelle. When our loved ones do go to the other side, at least in the Baha'i writings, it says they experience a joy. There's so much joy in the other world that there's nothing on earth that can compare to it. So if there's any part of the Baha'i writings that I hope is really true, I really hope that is true for my loved ones who have passed on. I really do hope they're experiencing a joy, eh, so much joy that nothing on earth can compare with it. So that makes me feel pretty good. I think that made my wife feel pretty good when she lost her brother. So yeah. Um, and then I remember a Prince song, right? I was listening to this one Prince song, and it talked about how this life can be really, really tough, and it also talked about the afterworld, also. So, and everyone knows that who's going to either who's currently watching this live, and who also rewatched the live stream. We all have hardships, we all have struggles, we all have failings. Um, but we can choose how to react to those failings and trials and tribulations, and so a lot of it is our mindset, so what we put our mind to. um, yeah. So but everyone has those struggles. um, all I can tell you, I mean, I'm just a regular guy on YouTube. All I can tell you is I try to keep my mindset pretty positive, mainly because I've read and watched all kinds of things that talk about if you keep a positive mindset, it really affects your immune system. So, yeah, always trying to stay positive and keep your thoughts positive. So when you do run into hard times, that positive attitude can help combat whatever hard times you're going through. So try to keep things positive as best you can. Um, try to improve every day. Try to do something to improve yourself every day. Um, you know, relationships. Relationships take work. Um, but make sure your friends and families aren't the ones that are always making the first move. Sometimes the best way to make things happen are to be the person to take the first step first. So I know healing relationships aren't easy. You know, um, those that are closest to us can sometimes hurt us the most because we've really opened up our hearts to them. So, but I do try to encourage my friends and family to try and keep as positive attitude as you can, and really build that within yourself. And part of where I got this idea was from Marcus Aurelius. I read a little bit of Marcus Aurelius writings, and occasionally I'll watch interviews where people talk about things that Marcus Aurelius said. Rumi uh, is another person I read a little bit. I believe he lived in the 19th century. But yeah, I try to read really positive material. I try to read real positive affirmation kind of stuff. And I know, and I try to be the one to make the first step towards my friends and family. So um, I think we all have egos that can get in the way. Sometimes your ego can prevent you from taking the first step. But I will say this: uh, I, just because someone is close to you, just because they are a family member, you still got to hold them to a high standard of how they should treat you. You know, you should just because they're a friend or family doesn't mean you can't hold them to a high standard on how they treat you, or how you want them to approach you. So um, I used to love to say this to my daughter's 20 something, and I used to say this to my daughter. I said, the only power anyone has over you is what you allow them. So, um, in the kind of work that I do, uh, I kind of do, it's public safety kind of work. And I deal with all kinds of personalities. And sometimes some of those personalities or some of those people, sometimes they just need some medical help or medical attention. And when they're in that state, I try to not take anything they say towards me personally. So, but I love working in the public safety field, so that's pretty cool. So, and I love working. I mean, this isn't work for me, chilling out with you guys here on a live stream. But eventually, I would love to turn this right here into a career. That would be really awesome. So, but like I said, I got a day job that competes with that, so that's cool. Basically, I put my day job first, and then my YouTube channels on the back burner. If this started making way more than my day job, then I would then it would be time to switch to YouTube full time. So far it hasn't got to that. But the cool thing is, any of you that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I would encourage you to go ahead and start it. Uh, I waited for 4 years. I waited for 4 long years before I started my channel. I started my channel back in 2017, and I wish I had not waited for 4 years. So it's really cool. But what's neat about YouTube, or occasionally I sprinkle in some bushcrafting. In case some of you don't know what bushcrafting is, bushcraft is like the ability to go out in the woods and not just survive out in the woods, but actually thrive. A lot of bushcrafters know how to build a shelter. They know how to start a campfire. So shelter building, make a fire so you can cook your food. Um, Now, in bushcraft, there is some. I don't do trapping or hunting, so that's not on my channel. But one of my favorite bushcrafting things I do like to do is I love building a campfire. So that's a lot of fun. So, but what's neat in a pinch that could save your life, just simply knowing how to build a campfire. So that way you can regulate your body temperature. So, and then also, if you're able to build a campfire, uh, and also if you have the right tools with you, you can boil water. So I will say this: when I go on hikes, I try to take me a small little pack, and just for an emergency cases. And because one time I went hiking in Brown County State Park, and we went on this trail. We thought we were on a shorter trail, and it ended up being a longer trail. And then we basically were hiking in the dark, in the pitch black, and you couldn't literally not see your hand. And so that's an example of, you thought, I thought I was on a shorter trail, but I was actually on a really long trail. And I ended up, me and my family, my wife and daughter were there, and we ended up hiking back in the pitch black in Brown County State Park. So, so yeah, you got to be careful which trails you take. But that was still a fun adventure. I ended up using my cell phone that had a light on it to show my way, so I'm not tripping through the dark. So there you go. Another good reason to have your phone fully charged, and it was. So that was cool. But now when I go hiking, regardless of what time it is during the day, I try to pack me a little extra stuff so that in case, just to help me out in a pinch or to get me through a couple nights if I had to. So it's always, what's that saying? Boy Scouts are always prepared. I was in the Boy Scouts, but I never became an Eagle Scout. But I talk with a lot of former military people, and I also read somewhat. Matter of fact, Dave Canterbury, who's Bushcraft Book 101, he served in the military, and I read his Bushcraft 101 book. It shows you all different kind of shelters, how to build shelters. I think the small A-frame shelter is my favorite because you can put it really low to the ground, and yeah, if you make a A-frame style shelter really small to the ground and only make it big enough for your body to lay in, it's one of those shelters where if you weren't able to make a campfire at night, you still could climb in that shelter and still be pretty warm. Um, of course, what you do is you stuff, I want to say, I don't know, if you could put about 4 inches of leaves, that's the whole length of your body. So that way, when your body lays down on the leaves is preventing your body from touching the ground. And the bad thing about going to sleep and laying directly on the ground, the heat from your body the ground will literally suck the heat from your body. So that's a little survival tip. Do not lay directly on the ground. Stack as many leaves, and or even if you can, some people can build a wood structure, but sometimes there's not enough wood around for that. But anyways, the main thing, you want to keep something between you and the ground. So yeah, the ground's really good at literally pulling your heat from your body. Um, and on top of that, you can get in really big trouble by sleeping directly on the ground. But it depends on what time of the season. There'd be some parts of the season you may be able to get away with that. But yeah, that's the number one survival tip there. Don't ever lay directly on the ground. So, but yeah, so um, yeah, if you're not familiar with bushcrafting, I definitely recommend Dave Canterbury's book, Bushcraft 101. And then he has a second book, which is Bushcraft 101 Advanced, I believe is what it's called. So yeah, I got a few survival books, and I have a few small hand they literally fit in your hand survival books. Um, yeah, some of the things I do in bushcraft could be taken over into survival, like the shelter building, the campfire making, um, building snares to catch small game in a pinch if you had to eat something. The only thing I don't have, I mean, I don't do that because there's no need for me to do that, but I could do it if I had to in a pinch. Um, so yeah. Oh, and it talks about all kinds of cutting tools you can get too. The Bushcraft 101 book. It talks about axe use. It talks about how to properly use a knife. Talks about the variety of different knots you can use. They even got some knots. They show some knots in there where after you make your knot, you can literally slide it back and forth to tighten it or loosen it. Those are pretty cool knots. Um, I don't know. Some bushcrafters know about 3 or 4 really good knots. Uh, but man, there are a lot of knots out there. My favorite kind of knot are the ones you can make and then slide back and forth to loosen and tighten. Those are kind of cool. Um, a lot of people use those kind of knots when they're setting up a tarp. So that's pretty cool. I love setting up my hammock because I got some really cool suspension straps for my hammock. So it's so funny. There's this one hammock I bought at Walmart that I actually like better than some of my more expensive hammocks. So so yeah, just because it's more money doesn't mean it's going to be a better hammock. Hey, oh no problem. Go take that call. Um, so yeah, what I learned from my hammock system, just because you buy a real expensive hammock system doesn't mean you'll like it better than the other hammock system that's less money. So um, that's why it's good. The other thing I like about my YouTube channel, I get to test out different products at different price points. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, my goal eventually is to do more live streams. I realized, well, of course, I had a good reason. A few weeks back, I was on Leave Improve, but I was still trying to get content for you guys. I still, I still wanted to pick up content for you guys. So, anyways, I hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. This is your boy JR, aka Lone Wolf Bushcraft Travels, and I will talk to you later. Take care, guys and gals. Thank you to all that chilled out with me here during the morning live stream. Big thank you to those of you who will end up rewatching this live stream. I appreciate you as well. Anyways, I hope everyone has a very safe 4th of July weekend. So happy 4th of July to everyone out there. Yeah, be really careful. Follow those safety guidelines with your 4th of July. Sometimes I end up going to the downtown one and just watching them do the real big fireworks downtown. Of course, there's tons of firework places that are selling fireworks. So if you end up being one of those people that buy fireworks for your family, just be super, super careful and follow those guidelines. And then have a very happy 4th of July. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Cheers. Later. Later, Gators. Oh, and I want to also thank you to my subscribers who've been with me a really long time. And also thank you to my new subscribers who just joined and are subscribed and follow me here. I'm also on TikTok, and my TikTok channel is way different than my YouTube channel. But there is a Lone Wolf Bushcraft Travels TikTok as well. I do a little more comedy stuff on that channel over there. Occasionally, I'll throw in my travel stuff on my TikTok. Anyways, hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. And thanks for watching the live stream. And thanks for those of you who end up rewatching the live stream. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Later, Gators. Take care, everyone. Cheers. This this is the beauty of going live. Hold on a second, guys. The beauty of going live. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Take care, guys. Hopefully, this is the right button to end it. Peace. Cheers. Have a happy 4th of July weekend. Peace. Later, Gators. Take care, everyone. Later. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Peace. Later, Gators.